What's poppin', guys? Sizzle here, reacting to the Season 12 balance patch here, seeing what they're doing. Honestly, this can be my least informed video ever. I have not touched Rule Q at all, and I don't really care to until they add 6v6, but I figured I might as well just look it over, say some stuff. Yeah, Avoid list has been updated to now have 15 Avoid slots, divided into 3 pin slots and 12 recent. So you can avoid up to 15 people, looks like, I guess. And then you can pick 3. I don't really know. Pinned avoid slots guarantee they'll never, they'll always be avoided. And unlike old avoid slots, they never time out. That's a cool feature. And recent ends after 7 days, but can be queued into, it seems. That's decent. That's a nice quality of life thing to have. Wave respawn added to competitive play. Okay, that's an interesting change. For those who don't know, this means that if you die first on your team, you'll have a longer respawn, but all your teammates that die after you will have shorter respawns to spawn with you, which removes a lot of skill from this game and makes it so staggering is going to be way less of an issue, not because players got better, just because the game doesn't let you stagger as much, it's a very interesting mechanic to add so late into Overwatch's life. You can see a default respawn time increased, overtime respawn increase as well. Wave respawn is disabled in overtime though, which means you can stagger in overtime, which is a valid strategy that a lot of people do in overtime. But you can see any hero that dies within 6 seconds of a wave starting automatically joins the wave. So you can shave 6 seconds off your respawn time if you die at the right time. It's actually pretty interesting. You can now try out all skins in the shop. That's kind of neat, I guess. They're doing another soft reset that just doesn't really matter. Soft reset just genuinely does not matter, because the MMR stays the same, so you're fighting all the same people, and you're just getting way less rewarded and your rank goes down for nothing, which is dumb and annoying. Predicted rank is now displayed everywhere. Cool. And now off to the actual patch notes that people are here to read about. Recent patch for tank heroes saw a gain an interest in the role and have a positive lasting effect in queue times for damage and support as well. There are a few additional tuning changes, blah blah. Mobility is very powerful and we'd like to be more of a trade-off for the flexibility that it brings, especially as we add in Juno. We're moving a handful of heroes to 225 HP maximum. Ooh, okay. Should be interesting. D.Va's DM finally got nerfed back. I don't know why they did that. The increased defense matrix availability didn't help her overall performance that much compared to the amount of frustration it caused. Really? I could have told you this 20 minutes ago. You put this at 1 second, everyone's really happy. D.Va really benefited from the armor changes and everything, so this is a very necessary reversion. I'd actually say they should keep nerfing D.Va. She's probably still absurdly strong, because this doesn't really change too much about her. Orisa gets a random buff, because why the fuck not, I guess. They just always have to buff Orisa. Orisa's still underperforming. Orisa's underperforming because D.Va's overperforming, and that means Orisa's not good, and nobody wants Orisa to be good. Please stop buffing this hero. Make Hog, Orisa, D.Va, Zarya, make them awful at all times, genuinely. As a Hog player, please, for the love of God, and Mauga, never make those characters good. Zarya is getting buffed for no fucking reasons, and I guess she gets to be the flavor of the month. Echo got her health reduced, which is nice. I definitely agree with that. She's a flyer, she needs to have that nerf. Hanzo, the already mostly useless hero, is getting nerfed. I don't agree with that at all. Junkrat, projectile size is now reduced by half after the second ricochet. I would just do that on the first one, and projectiles preserve slightly more velocity in ricochet. Okay, so they bounce more on the first bounce, but then bounce less afterward. That's interesting. Or no, they don't bounce less. They bounce more, but have smaller projectile sizes. That's really weird changes, but I guess whatever. That's probably fine. Primary fire spread reduced on Sojourn. Crits now grant 10 energy. Critical hits. So you hit 10 shots, you get 100 shot. Oh my god, why did they do that? For what? Energy regen rate reduced. So she loses less energy, less fast, gets more energy, and has a tighter spread. I can't wait to see Sojourn again every fucking game. That's sick, dude. Sombra got the health nerf. I very much agree with that. Just remove perma-stealth though. Please stop. She gets more movement speed in stealth mode. That's dumb. mean, she comes back faster and contests more. It's just annoying. And virus damage up is even more annoying. Whatever. Torb's base health is reduced, but base armor is increased. So he actually got more health because he gets more armor, which is nuts. Because Torb was the only character in all of Overwatch that's on the DPS role that was surviving a Rhine pin with all the new changes, and now he doesn't survive with just 4 health; he'll survive with like 8 instead. So he just gets more tanky, which fair enough, I guess. I feel like he didn't need it, but fair enough, I guess. I feel like a lot of the buffs they're making are in response to the play rates of last season, but that was all because of D.Va, and I think it still will be because of D.Va. So it's very weird. A lot of these buffs, they're gonna come back to bite him later. Alari, more maximum ammo and projectile environment collision size reduced. So Alari, the currently absurdly strong support character, like way too strong, is going to be even better. That's so cool. And now Juno's in the game. She got a bunch of random buffs and stuff, but I haven't really played her much, so I don't have much to say on that. Kiriko health reduction makes sense. She's a smaller hero, harder to hit. She should have less health. Crit multiply reduced, she has less damage, but the base damage is increased, which probably evens that out. So she has more kunai damage at a slower fire rate. I actually kind of agree with that. That fits her a lot better. Depending on what this breaks, because if she can 2-shot headshot again or something, that'd be dumb, but I don't think she can do that now. I think she just got more body shot damage at a slower fire rate, which is fair enough. Pedal platform was way too easy to waste if a player accidentally ran over it without intending to make use of it. Now resets back to the ground if no one's standing on it. So you can use like an elevator multiple times. We're reducing its health finally, so it's more reasonable to actually destroy the platform. That's sick, it better be reduced by half. Healing Blossom will now passively charge at a slower rate to enable players to swap between weapons. Set the fear flying too far behind. One swap it. So they're trying to incentivize Lifeweavers to do damage, but the problem is if you want to play Lifeweaver and do damage, just play Ana. Like he just is a badly designed character. You don't want Lifeweaver to actually do enough damage where it makes sense for him to damage people. It'd be so obnoxious. But yeah, Healing Blossom no longer reduces movement speed. That just makes sense. I don't know why it ever did. That was really stupid that it did that. Healing Progress can now charge passively at a reduced rate. I don't like that. I don't like that. He shouldn't do more healing. Please don't make Lifeweaver good. You're trying to make Lifeweaver good. Stop it. Please, nobody wants a good Lifeweaver. Not even Lifeweaver players. They're happy with how he is. They're okay with their hero, how he is. Please don't buff him. Stop it. This pedal platform thing seems like a raw buff outside of the health reduction, but 400 to 300 is still not enough. It needs to have like 100 HP. It just does not need 300 health. That's absurd. And the healing you get from dashing is reduced. I actually like that. It should be 0, but 45 is better than 60. I'll give him that. I don't agree with the Mercy health reduction personally, but I can kind of see it. I kind of understand it. Because she can be so mobile, but I just don't agree with this. She's like way too weak after Season 9's DPS passive to really justify that in my opinion. Moira definitely needs it, and she also needs other nerfs. Secondary fire damage increased? Why is Moira doing more damage? She's already really good. Lucio health reduction makes sense. He's got a lot of mobility, that's fair enough. And primary fire increased as a compensation, which makes sense. I did some other stuff to Juno that I don't really care about. Let me just quickly see that Lifeweaver change. I'm a little curious to see what they meant by that. Like it kind of seemed like I understood what it meant, and I kind of do, but I'm not 100% on that. So okay, so it's a very slow passive charge, but why? I guess passively charging lets you do this more, and then you can just like go like that, and then you can manually charge it like that. And like even not getting slowed down, he's an already slow hero, so this is kind of okay. That's weird to me. I don't like the passive charge. I don't think he deserves to have that on this kit. Let's try this. So you put it down, you go on it. If you go off, it's supposed to come back down. What the fuck? That's whack. But actually probably a net nerf for Lifeweaver, because it means if I'm Lifeweaver and someone's chasing me and I do this and I try to like hide up here and maybe I jump away, the guy that's trying to kill me can now take this to chase me if he has no mobility options, which is like actually pretty decent for kind of countering Lifeweaver. The problem is like a decent Lifeweaver will just do this, sit up here until you try to break this 300 health pedal, and then just leap away after so that you can't stand on it. But whatever. Weird changes to Lifeweaver. I don't really agree with them at all. The Torb change seems kind of weird. was the junk? I want to see the Junkrat one too. I play a lot of this character. Okay, that's like a very, very minor change. I mean, it is a change, but it's very minor. That shouldn't have a big impact on things. It will be a small enough... It's a big enough change that Junkrat players will have to adjust, but it's a small enough change where no one else really has to, so fair enough. But yeah, that's it for the Season 12 changes. Pretty minor stuff overall. I feel like the meta is going to be largely the same, unless I'm underestimating these D.Va nerfs, but I do think she's still really strong. I guess the only thing is now Zarya might be stronger, and might be strong enough to kind of take over for her, which just sounds obnoxious if I'm being completely honest with you. That sounds really unfun to play, but luckily I don't really play Overwatch anymore, so I won't have to deal with this bullshit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about any of these changes. Let me know if you agree with what I said about what characters should never be good or even basically playable. I can say this as someone who plays some of the characters I'm about to list off, right? Roadhog, Mauga, D.Va, Zarya, Ball, Bastion, probably Reaper as well, if I'm being honest. Just should never be good, along with Life Weaver. I think that's it. Every other character, and I guess Sombra, but that's really biased, I'll be real. She's not that unhealthy, but every character I just listed, they're very unhealthy for the game if they're even like remotely good, and some of them are at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. Main one coming to mind is D.Va's are, which they're kind of making weirdly strong. But yeah, with that being said, those are my genuine thoughts on the update. Like I said, I'm pretty uninformed. I have not played Roll Q the last season, and I don't plan on playing it much going forward. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with anything, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.